All right, we shall allow our correspondent there to continue with that particular introspection, and the reporting will come on to us a little bit later in our subsequent bulletins. But allow me return to the studio and link with another colleague, Rashul Adidi, who is going to be speaking to Julius Muchunguzi, the Electoral Commission spokesperson, on the fact that it's only 48 hours to an ultimatum that was handed to the Electoral Commission by the PPF, the party that is seeking to be designated in order to contest in the coming general elections. That hasn't happened as yet. Let's go to Rashul Adidi.
Every day, every citizen wakes up to the reality that the country is gearing up for 2026, and this is when the citizens will have to exercise their sovereign rights as stipulated in the Constitution, Article 59. As we get to 2026 general elections, we have seen Electoral Commission starting the processes that will see us climax with the casting of votes. And some few weeks ago, the Electoral Commission officially dispatched out the voters register, and these are being displayed across the different polling stations in the country. However, as per last week, there was a report that there's low uptake of this particular exercise across the country. Now that we have entered into the new week, we want to understand what is the case like across the country, and to have these conversations track better. This morning, I'm delighted to be joined by the Electoral Commission spokesperson, Mr. Julius. You're most welcome this morning at NTV.
Thank you very much. Just to correct that my name is Julius Muchunguzi, but I'm very happy to be on morning NTV show and speaking to you from here at the newly commissioned headquarters of the region. It's the Electoral Commission regional offices here in West Nile, in Arua, that we commissioned today. First, let me tell the viewers how important it is to check their particulars and check the voters register. The exercise of the display of the National Voters Register and voters registers for special interest groups started on the 25th of April this month and is going to run up to the 15th of May. It is significant because it is going to give the opportunity to the voter, to the public, to remove the dead, to mention that this person died, therefore they should not be on the register. To say this person is underage, they should not be on the register. To say that this person appears more than once, they should be off the register. But also, it will give the opportunity to voters to check their particulars and make sure that their details are correct, their pictures are against the right names, and therefore, collectively through that process of checking the voters register through the display exercise, we will be able to have a credible, clean, and reliable national voters register. We say this because a credible and clean national voters register is the foundation of a credible election. You must be sure of the numbers that you have on the register. You must be sure of the people that actually are on the register. You don't want to go on the register, and the only way to do that is to work with the stakeholders, the public, to clean it together. And that is why the Commission says that a credible, clean, transparent, and fair and free election is a responsibility not just of the Commission alone, but of all the stakeholders that are involved in the electoral process. Now, going back to your question of the low uptake. Today is the day we started Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Today is day 4 of the display of the National Voters Register. The numbers and uptake and turn up is still varying proportions. We are calling upon people to take advantage of these 21 days that have been provided in the law for display to check the voters register. We want to discourage the tendency of last minute that is very characteristic of our people, waiting to the last 3 days and then everybody shows up and overwhelm the system, overwhelm the staff. Our staff of the Commission spread across the entire country are at each polling station across the country from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily, including Saturday and Sunday, and also including public holidays, to stretch out and make sure that no one is left behind when it comes to this display and checking voters register. May we request you, please, Ugandans, to turn up and help us clean the register. Don't wait up to the last minute, because last minute efforts can be very counterproductive. But also now we should not expect, as the chairperson of the commission just said when he was launching the display exercise at the headquarters in Kampala, he said this time he does not see where he can get any extra days to have an extension. Ugandans may think that we will keep extending and extending and extending, but we want to let you know right now that there is no extension in sight, and therefore we call upon you to come and check the voters register at your polling station.
Maybe, Mr. Julius, right now, realistically, we are standing between the party processes and the general processes. Here we're not talking about how the parties are preparing themselves ahead of 2026 general elections. And the Constitution also mandates the Independent Electoral Commission to carry out these processes. We did see the Katonga faction, that is FDC, going to Electoral Commission with the aim of registering a new political party called PPF.
Yes.
And since then, there's a little bit of delay, and we did see the party leadership giving the Electoral Commission an ultimatum up to 30th of this particular month. Maybe why the delays in terms of registering this particular political party?
There are no delays. What is at play is processes. Registration of political party must go through processes that are outlined in the law that guides political parties in this country. That law is called the Political Parties and Organizations Act of 2005, established and put in place after the referendum of 2005 that ushered us into a multi-party dispensation. That law says that to register a political party, anybody that is interested in registering a political party, let me also actually say this, that to register a political party is not a favor from anybody. It is a fundamental right provided for in the Constitution. Any Ugandan, any citizen in Uganda is free to belong to a political party of his or her choice, or to actually form a political party of his or her choice, provided they follow those provisions of this of the Political Party and Organizations Act. And it says that you must submit 2 copies of your constitution. You must submit a list of at least 50 promoters from 2/3 of the districts of Uganda, spread across all the regions of the country. Number 3, that you must submit details and particulars of your symbols, slogans and colors, and then that you must pay a fee. The promoters of PPF, when they came with that expression of interest to submit the application, they were explained to these processes, and they went and brought a number of the provisions. They brought the party constitution, they showed us the colors and symbols. Now the issue has been on the signatures and particulars of 50 people across 2/3 of the districts of
Julius Mchunguzi, the spokesperson of the Electoral Commission, speaking there to our colleague Rashul Adidi. Let me now go to